I'm so excited today to be joined by Colt Ford. Colt, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so you are coming back to Great Falls. It'll be your second time here in Great Falls. You're playing at the Newberry on June 29th, so coming up soon. I want to ask you, though, about your experience in Great Falls, and I have to lead with the fact that you did one of the things that a lot of people ask about, what a lot of Great Falls is known for, this quintessential Great Falls experience. And that was that you went to the sip and dip. And not only did
Yeah,
you go to the sip and dip, you were a merman. So I have to hear about that experience.
it was. Yeah, I'd heard about it from a couple of other guys in my band that had been there before, and with some other artists, and they were just dead set. I think it was more just to get me and to be a merman,
To see you
which
in that outfit.
yeah, to see me in that so they could hold that over me for a long time. But shoot, I like to have fun. If you've seen me, I mean, like there when we were there at the show, like I have fun. I mean, I love people. I love the chance to play music for them. So we went up there and it turned into a whole thing. And we actually made that into one of to our laminate. So the back of my laminate is actually me behind the glass of the mermaid suit with all the band in front of it. So
Oh my
we'll
gosh.
have to try to track you one of those down so you can keep it.
Yes, please. That's amazing. And
It's pretty cool.
we saw the
It's pretty
video that
cool.
your team produced and put out there on social media. So if that's okay, we'll share that again with everyone,
Absolutely. Yeah,
showing
please.
you off in that suit. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you're coming back to Great Falls. You did the sip and dip experience. What other things are you excited about coming back to North Central Montana?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's just not near as daggum hot out there as it is where I'm from. And
True.
today, I'm in at 11 o'clock this morning, 10:30. I was with my fiance out of the barn. She was watching her ride, and it was 92 already here in Oklahoma. And then I'm from Georgia, so I'm used to the heat. I'm used to the heat. I just like the weather. It's beautiful out there. The country's beautiful. It's kind of, it encourages you to be outside, and it's a fun vibe out there. I like it. I could live out there. I don't know if I could do y'all's winters, but I could definitely do your summers.
Well, trade off, then you can come hang out in the
Yeah,
summer.
I need a dual residency kind of thing.
There you go. We gladly have you. Yes.
I appreciate that.
All right. So I want to talk about what people can expect when they come to your concert here on June 29th in Great Falls. You just came out recently with the new album, your first album in about 3 years, called Must Be the Country.
Yeah.
It comes at a time when you've been going through a lot of challenges on a number of levels, mentally, emotionally, and obviously physically. Can you tell us more about?
Are you saying I'm crazy? No, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
well, I'm glad you
A
got that.
little
That
bit.
is what I was saying. Yeah.
No, you should say that.
You read through me. Thanks. Yeah.
No.
No, but you've gone through a lot, and I can only imagine that this has inspired your music and also changed the way in which you go about performing.
Absolutely. So I got diagnosed a little over a year ago with an autoimmune disease called myasthenia gravis, and it affects apparently the muscles in your face and your throat and your vision, and that's really where it really hasn't bothered my vocal very much, which is good. Although there's some people probably wish it had attacked my vocal, but to them I'll say God bless you, and if you come to the show, I promise you'll have fun. But it really it was crazy. Like it's hard to explain. I just woke up one day and I was like, "What is wrong with my eye?" I mean, I just couldn't figure out what in the world was going on with my eye, and I just come off during the pandemic having a cancer in my eye that got taken out. So immediately I started to panic. I'm like, "Oh God, cancer is back," and because I thought I was all clear with that, and then I start seeing doctors, and they come with this diagnosis. I saw a few different doctors. Vandy in Nashville is fantastic, and there's not, they say there's no cure for this one, so that was disheartening. But again, it just all of a sudden it's like my world, everything that I really loved to do became difficult, if not impossible, for me to do because I couldn't. I could see fine out of either eye. I could cover either eye and see fine. But when I looked together, I would see three of you, which is great because you're beautiful. But I'd see three of you and you melting like a lava lamp when they tried to work together. And it's like, I don't know if you've ever experienced that. It's not as fun as it may seem like.
No, it's not like a fun little trip you take. That
Yeah,
sounds
and
very
I had it
difficult.
affected my balance. I couldn't tell whether I had terrible depth perception, and And the doctor's like, okay, you need tons of rest and no stress. And I'm like, that sounds awesome. I
How
have
do I do
no
that?
idea how to do that. I play 120 shows a year. Like, I have no idea how to do what you're saying, nor do I want to. I mean, like, I love playing. I play more than most all of my buddies. And, and it's just, I like it. I like the fans are what it's all about. So I want to get every experience I can with the fans for as long as I can do it. You don't know how long it'll be, but it did put a lot of things in perspective. And then all of a sudden, for me too, people that don't know my golf background, I played professional golf for a living. And during the pandemic, all of a sudden I wasn't playing music. So I started practicing a little bit, and I started practicing a lot. And then I went and qualified and played in 2 Champions Tour events, 2 Senior Tour events as a professional again. It was like, it had really gotten really good again. Then all of a sudden I woke up and I can't break 100. I can't see. I can't tell where the ground. I can't. It was so it as much as the physical ailment was one thing, the mentally and emotionally, it put me in a pretty awful place. There's no other way to say it. It put me in a very bad place. Uh, and when everything in my life is actually great right now, I'm getting married this year again. I found my person. I'm at like it's so much great stuff going on. All this music, I got so much great music coming. A bunch of other projects that'll be coming for the end of the year, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, but you got this, and it was just rough. I mean, again, the fatigue, I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for how it make me feel. I mean, last year, the month of July, we played 20 shows in the month of July. I was averaging 17 hours a day sleeping. It was just in the middle of a flare. It was just all I could do. All I could do was get up, take a bite of a sandwich or something, go back to bed, wake up 20 minutes before the show, play the show, and I'd be asleep before my guys even got the stuff loaded on the bus to go somewhere else. And it was tough. But I'll tell you what, I've got a wonderful family and a lot of friends and bands and bandmates, and my beautiful fiance Megan just encouraged me and let me vent when I needed to vent, and then kick me in the butt when she needed to kick me in the butt, and stop feeling sorry for myself. So I've come out of it. And I've started this new infusion, this new drug. I've had 2 infusions, and this is the first interview I have done without shades on in over a year. And it feels really nice to not feel anxious and awkward about my eye, because I had no control over it. Like, I'd be talking to you and it may be open, and then 20 minutes in, I look like I've smoked 3 joints or something. I mean, like my right eye's like barely open, and there's nothing I could do about it. And so it's been an interesting journey. It's taught me some stuff about myself, some stuff I still need to work on. But all in all, I'm feeling better. I mean, I never stopped playing shows. I mean, that was, I can't cut it off. I like the fans. I could still fight through a show no matter what, no matter how I feel. I can get through a show.
That's
And
incredible. And really, it sounds
just,
like that brings you stress relief rather than adding
it
to it.
really does. For some people, like, I don't want to go do this job. I'm like, all I want to do is this job. I realize how blessed I am to be able to do it, to be able to have fans, and 15, 16 years later, to still have people come out to see it, and to see, for me, it's been, my music has been, it transcends a lot of age groups. Like, it's so fun for me to see a 10-year-old with their 35-year-old parents and their 55-year-old parents. They're all at the show, and they all know the words to the same song. It's like, man, that's really cool. And that truly doesn't happen very much in the music business, where, there is that kind of generational stuff where everybody, likes it. And I think back to, like, I didn't like a lot of stuff my folks liked when I was 10 years old, so
Let alone
that's
go
really
to a
cool.
show with them.
Right, exactly. To go, everybody go to the show and everybody have fun. Like, I've been forced to go to shows. I'm like, oh, I wish I was anywhere else but here, and everybody's done that.
Yeah.
And it's been truly amazing to see that, and to still have all this desire. I'll be 54 years old in August, and
Wow.
I feel as good and as ready to play as I ever have, and as excited about music as I ever have. This new album's 24 songs, I think. So, just a bunch of fun stuff. And I got a couple other projects that are I'm going to keep kind of in under the hat here, or close to the vest, for a little bit, that are coming out this summer and in the fall, that are going to be really fun. I got tons of new music, and I'm excited to be able to share it with everybody. I'm excited to come to Montana and do it.
Yeah, we're lucky to be on. I think we're your only Montana stop this summer, at least according to your tour dates, it
At
seems.
this point, it is right now. I mean, they're
Yeah.
still working on a lot of stuff for the fall, but yeah, my fiance would move to Montana in a heartbeat. She wants to fish, paddleboard, ride her horse. I mean, I'm like, that's a pretty good place to do that.
It's the place to do it for sure. And you can be a mermaid if you want.
Absolutely, and I can go
Yeah,
be a
yeah.
merman. I'm a little side hustle. Yeah,
There you go. Get some good tips that way. Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, Colt, we sure appreciate you talking with us today, sharing your journey. And it's really neat to hear you talk about the mental, emotional, physical aspects of what you've been through and how that's inspired you to keep going and stronger than ever.
It's important, I mean, mental health. There's a lot of things going on in this world, but mental health, I think it needs a whole lot more light shed on it, and it takes. I just did a thing with a buddy of mine, Brian Martin, who's an artist that's really killing it out there. And we wrote a song called Help. And we did a little short thing talking about it. And especially as men, I think we got to, we're so taught to be, oh man, tough, strong, don't suck it up. There's a lot of that we could use in this country as well, too. But at the same time, you have to be open and honest, and men got to lift each other up and go, hey man, brother, if you're down, I got you.
Mhm.
And I think that's important. So it's important for me to talk about it and share that, and I'm going to continue to do that and continue to make music. And I can't wait to get out there and have some fun in Great Falls. I'm going to bring a party with me. I can tell you that.
And I think your message resonates, or should resonate, hopefully, with a lot of people here in Montana, because there's that pull yourself up by your bootstraps kind of attitude. But we also don't have a great track record when it comes to mental health in Montana and the ramifications of that. So I think your message is a great one for those coming to visit and for those who are here in Montana.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have us a party out there. I hope to see you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time again. Go out, see this guy, hear his new music. He's coming to the Newberry on Thursday, June 29th. Colt, thanks so much again. We sure appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all soon.